Today we're going to look at the digital warfare. I'm going to give you practical demonstrations on how you can enter this bot warfare, because it's bots, right? It's all bots, and it relates to the dead internet theory. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in, what side of the fence you're on, but I don't actually condone this behavior on the internet. But there's a lot of people that don't understand how it works or how they can get involved with it. So the problem is that there are people using these techniques, and to combat it, you have to kind of use their techniques against them. So I'm I've known how to do this for a long time. I never delved further into developing the software myself, um, because I really think it's disgusting behaviour. But it can be used in a fun way as well, and it can be used to combat your enemy's bots, right? So So this video is a very touchy subject to demonstrate how to do it. But this is the reality of how the internet is becoming dead. You're hearing about dead internet theory, and it also shows you how influencers become extremely big and how people become extremely rich on the internet very quickly using some of these techniques. Some of the techniques I'm not going to even mention in this video, because um, it's just a step too far. But you could put two and two together and figure it out for yourself if you really wanted to do it. Um, because once you have bots, you have to get them onto social media accounts to start posting. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to create some bots and we're going to make them fun. I think. Well, as fun as far as I'm concerned. We're going to make a bot army of bunnies that post real funny, cute stuff about bunnies. And once again, we're going to use Natalie G. Winters because we love Natalie G. Winters. We want her to be everywhere. We want her to be funny, entertaining, cute, pink. And these bots are going to be another side of Natalie G. Winters that, I don't know, she might find it entertaining, or she might think, I wish this guy would just stop. But whatever, let's just do it. So, I haven't actually gone this far with the software before, but I know that the software that I've been demonstrating, which is these new IDEs like Cursor, which has agent abilities with Gemini, which is Google. It has GPT built into it, and it also has Claude, those different agents with different abilities. They're good at some things, not so good at other things. So when you sort of learn their usage for different tasks, you can figure out how to make anything on the internet. The world is your oyster. Like, you no longer have to write code. Now, once upon a time, not so long ago, before these IDEs and AI were released to the public, um, you didn't actually need to write the code, right? You could actually go and find the code and copy and paste it and sort of glue it all together, okay? So there is a big misconception, and a lot of people don't get into coding because they think that you actually have to write code. And while it's true that you sort of do have to learn how to glue it together, so you sort of do learn how to code as you do it, the reality is that all code is already written. You just have to figure out how to find code, um, you know, and what it can be used for. Copy paste that particular block of code into a file and know how to upload it to a server and connect the different bits of code together. So, um, yeah, now you don't have to do that because AI goes and finds the blocks of code for you and it glues them together and it consults you on how to launch the scripts and how to do all that stuff. So I used to use contractors a lot because I really didn't want to sit down and bog myself down with time and energy into making code. But now I don't need contractors and I don't need developers. I want them, don't get me wrong, I actually want in-house developers because there's nothing better than having a wee office set up with some cool people in it, and some people are selling and some people are designing and some people are coding, and it's just a fun environment. Um, but the reality is you don't need that anymore. Well, I say you don't need that anymore, but you might, some people still want it, that environment. And in a team, you still have more success. So sitting here by myself on Cursor using AI, um, you know, it's you can see this is what a lot of guys in India are doing, right? So today we're making some little bunnies, lots of little different little bunnies that are going to go and post lots of bunny stuff all over the internet everywhere. Um, but obviously, these techniques can be used. Well, they are being used for some pretty questionable stuff on social media and all that, right? But we're not going to do it in that category. We're going to do it in the bunny category, right? Bunnies, the stuff Natalie G. Winters talks about, War Room talks about, Trump talks about. We're going to launch like, let's. I'm not going to create thousands of bunnies, although I could, only because I when like to create each bunny, it has to generate each image, has to generate all the posts and whatnot, which is can be quite time consuming. And yeah, so we're just gonna do, I don't know, maybe 50 or maybe 100 bunnies, and I might launch a couple on some social media, but that would certainly get you kicked off social media, I think, if you did that, particularly if I showed you how to do that. So I probably won't do that. Okay. So why did I decide to do this today? Well, because this. I made a joke. It's a joke. All right. A lot of stuff that I say, I think people take it personally, but really it's just a bit of a stab for people who know you. If you know, you know, right? So, what I was saying here in this, I was having a conversation with Grok. Uh, I basically said, um, I bet you can't go to this website and scan all the 1,500 articles on the website and summarize them all and create 1,500 posts on X for me, right? Like, what I meant is I wasn't even asking it to actually do the posting. I was just asking it, can you create the posts and I'll copy paste them or whatever, right? Um, And it said, of course, while I appreciate the enthusiasm, I can't actually do that for you. And there's a reason for that, because you don't want a million people all running this type of computation um, from the front end of X. So it's a joke, right? Of course, I wouldn't expect Grok to do that from the front end. However, you can actually do it, right? And I'm going to show you how to do it and create some images and stuff from a brand new project. And like I said, I haven't used the software to do it, but I already know that it's capable. So this is a bit more of an in-depth video than the ones I've been making. Yeah, let's get into it. So this is the project I did yesterday, which was a full website audit and business audit of a solar panel company or plumbing company in Christchurch, New Zealand. And I'll be doing a lot more of those, which are tailored to each business. Right, that's another thing that I'm doing. But anyway, so that's that project. I've saved it. Actually, I just need to create a README for this. Create a detailed README um, for wireframe for when we come back to this project. Yeah, so I didn't turn cursor off all night. I just left it sitting there, and rather than me write a README, explaining how this app works and what needs to be done on it and what's been done on it and what it does and all that. I'll just get AI to do it, right? So yeah, I should have had this done before I started this new video, but it doesn't matter because I knew it would only take a minute. So I mean this is the power of AI, right? So this README file, and you always want to have a README file, a detailed one that's like a wireframe with all the project information. So for every project you do, you want to create a README so that when you close the IDE or close a project, and you might come back to it in a month or a week, or you might need to give the project to someone else to work on. They need to be able to read the README to understand the blocks of code and how it's been set up and stuff like that. So that's what a README is for. You can have a series of READMEs as well, but anyway, let's move into a new project. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a folder. We'll make a new one. Let's call it Bunnies. Bunnies. So I'm literally just doing this on the fly. Okay. So, pretty sure it'll work though. Open folder. Bunnies. So there's my new project folder, which will have nothing in it. So we're starting from scratch. And I'm pretty confident I can pull this off pretty quickly. There's going to be a few issues that we'll have to work through in relation to creating the images and linking each bunny profile to each image. So each bunny's probably going to have its individual folder. So I want to create an army of cute internet bunnies, baby ones, so they're extra cute, that are ultra realistic and wear cute little pink punk emo suits, um, similar to Sylvanian family toy bunnies, figurines, whatever they are, that make lots of hilarious posts on social media. You see, you could have actually once upon a time still done this without using AI. You just would have been asking these questions to search engines, and then you'd have to dig a bit deeper to find the code, or you might have to reword your questions because obviously search engines try and avoid to help making you armies of bots and whatnot. But this is an innocent exercise. I think it's pretty funny actually to launch an army of little bunnies. Um, all right, so this is just the first prompt. So hilarious posts on social media that are uh, mega influenced and influenced by websites similar, um, actually, um, influenced by opinions found in those articles and also the articles, the posts made by Natalie G. Winters. Right, so we're using Claude 3.7 Sonnet. So this software is called Cursor. If you want to go and get it, it's free. You do, after a certain amount of time, you have to pay a monthly fee. It's only $20 a month, and it lets you do all these amazing things, man. Okay, so see, it's like already started to create. Um, let's look what it's doing. Let me explore the project structure first to understand what we're working with, and then it finds that the project was empty, so it realizes, oh, we're starting a brand new one. It seems we're starting from scratch. Let's create a web application to generate and display these bunny characters. I'll set up a React application with the necessary components. So it's actually going in the wrong direction, but we'll let it go in the wrong direction initially, because I don't actually want a web app for a bot army. I mean, actually, you could, because you could create what it's doing is it's creating a website, and each bunny's going to have a profile. So we could actually create, and then the public can go and get the bunnies. They could log in, they could, and then they could use the bunnies. So that's actually a good idea, because if you were a major influencer or a Trump supporter or whatever, um, I could set it up so that you could log in and you could be one of the bunnies on the internet. So you could hide behind one of those personas, right? So that straight away, that's actually a business plan there, right there. Political activism thing. Anyway, now we'll install the necessary dependencies. Let's check the project structure now. Let's install additional libraries that we'll need for this project. So this particular project is actually a good one for a demonstration, because I haven't used some of the software before. Um, like, not in this context. So image generation on your computer, instead of going to, a website to generate an image like GPT or whatever. We're going to download the software, connect to Sora or GPT and all that to create the images using APIs and stuff. So we're gonna we're gonna do everything from inside Cursor. Okay. Right. So you can download the AI software onto your computer and then run it using Cursor. So image generation, video generation. You can download videos and turn the videos, get the transcripts from the videos, so that becomes an article, and then you can rewrite the article with humor or whatever, and then you can post all that stuff to your website or to X or Facebook or whatever, right? Like, you can do all of that stuff. That's what's being demonstrated here. The possibilities are endless. Okay. Right. So I just love the thought of this exercise. Like, there's just going to be bunnies everywhere, all over the internet. Little wee Sylvanian family, but like punk bunnies. And in case you don't know who Sylvanian families are, they were really popular with us kids in the 80s, right?
Afternoon, Mrs. Oakwood, said Mrs. Thistlethorn. The bakery's busy, let's go in. I like the look of that cake, and that pie, and little Prissy loves donuts. Where is she, by the way?
Tea time!
Where can she be? The Sylvanian family's bakery.
So I'm baking up a bunch of Sylvanian families today. So here's the idea, right? Here's where the idea came from. So I used GPT, or what is it? Soros, I think they call it, or something. So all of a sudden, we've gone from an innocent, cute little bakery in the 80s to a modern day emo chick walks in, right? And then she pulls out a gun. Yeah! And now we're escalating it to an army of little bunnies, right? All the little forest critters. Yeah, so that's where the idea sort of came from. Plus when I was making some jokes about Grok posting, making tons of posts for me, right? So social media companies aren't too happy about this bot war, and fair cool. Like, it's degrading the internet, particularly because it's being used by, nefarious websites and guys and, you know, um, you know what I'm talking about. There's just crap everywhere, all over social media. And it's like, if you understand it, you can avoid it. But the problem is, there's a lot of guys that don't understand it, man. And they are just getting sucked in by it. They're handing over their wallets for all the crap. Like, it's just, I mean, I'm a guy, I have my issues, but I know where the lines are now, alright? I'm like, oh no. There are lines, and you don't want to cross those lines. Okay, so anyway, it's already created some stuff. Let's have a look at what it's done so far. I highly doubt that it's generated the images, and the images are going to be the um, coolest thing about this. Plus, so it's going to be like these cute little punk emo bunnies um, making aggressive political statements that are kind of funny, right? That's the idea. And what you want to do is you really want them finding lefty accounts and replying to their posts. Ideally, you don't really. There's not much point creating an army of bunny bots that just post stuff, right? It'd be much funnier to find lefty accounts, and we'd be able to do that actually. Just running searches on X, looking for keywords that are in relation to certain topics, and then so you would launch a script from here that goes and like which has some keywords written into it, like Biden supporter or whatever. So it would look for that in their profile bio, and then if it found that they were a Biden supporter or a Harris supporter or whatever, it would put that profile into a list in here, and you would end up with a list of thousands or millions of profiles. And then when you launch your bunny bots, they'll go to those profiles, look for their posts that are related. So they'll look at the latest post that person made, or you can get it to look through all their posts, whatever, and it'll evaluate what that post was about, and then it will create a statement using information from War Room or from Natalie, and so and then it will post a reply making fun of that person. So you end up with all these bunny bots, these little bunnies, um, poking fun at all of your political competition, right? Okay, so it's created something. I wasn't watching, so let's have a look at what it's created. Um, let's check the project. Let's install additional libraries. Let's check the source directory. I'll create the necessary components for our bunny generator application. That just cracks me up straight away. Let's start by setting up the folder structure and components. Let's create a components directory. Now let's create our bunny types file, personality, see, image URL. Now let's create our main bunny generator component. Let's fix the linter errors by removing it. I just think the bunny thing is so funny. Let's fix the linter errors. Let's create the content generator service. We need to secure our border permit. Look, it's done it. It's gone to War Room. Because I gave it the link to the War Room page, right, where all the articles are, right? It's gone to it's probably just used the titles. It might have actually gone onto the pages and scanned this, but probably not. But you can make it, you can expand on it. Anyway, so it's done that. Let's update the content generator to use the topic parameter. Let's look at what it created because that's hilarious. What file is that on? Content generator.ts. Content generator.ts. Where's that going to be? Content generator will be an assets, won't it? Right. Oh, here we go. Has it actually created? No, it hasn't done it yet. It will though. An error occurred while loading the image. Open file using VS Code standard text binary editor. Okay, so we're gonna have to put a bit more effort into creating the images, and I thought so. We'll probably have to use GPT for doing better image generation. I don't know. We'll have a look into that. Right. So anyway, China's influence threatens our. I mean, this is great. Little bunnies everywhere saying this shit. Standing strong against the radical left agenda. Come on, it's fucking funny. Um, as a bunny, I just have to say, mega cute bunny hopping into the conversation to remind everyone that bunny content, that's the tea straight from this bunny. Just a bunny's sharing some wisdom. Hoppers for free. My carrot's my choice. And I choose to believe that bunny twitching my nose at the mainstream media because content. Oh, because I told it to go and look at Natalie's as well, didn't I? Right. Let's update the content generator to use the topic parameter. Now let's update the app.tsx file to bring everything together. Let's add placeholder bunny images for each style. Finally, let's create simple readme. Now let's run the development server to start the application. I've created a mega bunny army generator. Each bunny can be given a custom name and personality. You can generate social media posts for each bunny character on various mega related topics like mega, election, economy. Look at this, guys. This is so cool. The posts are generated using templates but incorporate rhetoric similar to what you might find on War Room. The application is now running in development mode. You can access it by opening your browser on localhost. Let's have a look at that. This is going to be hilarious when we get these images attached to those statements. Oh, okay. So at the moment it's a manual one. Um, Raw bunny, pink punk. Aggressive mega. Oops. Oh wow, look what it's done. That's so cool. Border security. Generate post. As a punk bunny, I just have to say, making sure every American voice is heard. Oh, okay, so it's at the moment we're gonna have to improve this, right? Because we want the post to be a bit more specific and than that. And it hasn't made a image. Anyway, let's just do this quicker because I'm making it look more complicated than it actually is. I'm just cracking up as I'm going. Okay, we need software to generate an image. What's the best one? And also the posts need to be funnier and more specific to an actual topic of the day. So at the moment, it's obviously for people to manually go and create a bunny and stuff like that. And I could have this website here on an actual domain, and people could go and visit it and generate a bunny for themselves. But the reality is, people probably won't do that, right? I'm not going to push this website, market it. So I could put it up and see if anyone else does, right? Maybe it catches on. I'm not going to try and make money out of it or anything, but Um, I could run into issues with that because of just computation, but that's not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is to generate all the bunnies in here in the app, and I launch all of the bunnies. All right. So um, it doesn't matter that it's created a website because the software that it's generating in the back end can be used to. I can just get it to automatically generate 1,000 bunnies. So I get the software working so it generates a bunny, an image, and the statements. So this is like just the testing, really. So once the statements are a bit better, the posts, and the images are working, um, then I can get it to automatically generate bunny names. So what I'll do is I'll send it to a rabbit website and get a whole lot of things that are related to bunnies, and then I'll tell it to generate the bunny names based on actual rabbit stuff and uh, maybe some cartoon related stuff, maybe find a whole bunch of rabbit jokes as well. So go to a joke website and find jokes about rabbits, and then it can combine all of that stuff and make a political statement that's, you know what I mean? Like it can make the names and the posts related on all the bunny jokes and make all the jokes, and I can make it, what do you call it? More aggressive. So, I'll tell it these are not posts, they're replies to people posting about these subjects, right? So then it goes and looks for people posting about these subjects, um, and then it'll actually generate. Well, you could do it either way. You could go and find the posts, bring the post back, get the AI to generate a reply in here, which is probably the way to do it actually. And then once it has the reply, it goes and posts the reply. So you do the computation here in the IDE. So what did it just do there? I've implemented several improvements to your Mega Bunny army generator, image generation, added replicate.com stable diffusion API integration, the best choice for generating realistic bunny images with different styles. Created styles, so it sounds like it's installed the software to generate the images, but we'll find out in a second. Created style-specific prompt templates for each bunny type, punk. Set up the image generator service that would connect to the API in production. Enhance social media posts. Post now. Reference actual war room headlines and current topics. Added topic-specific content, so posts are more relevant to the selected topic. Included funny bunny-specific sign-offs. Making the hutch great again. Oh my god, it's so good. Posts now incorporate references to current news headlines, added more humour with bunny specific phrases and hashtags, documentation, updated the README with new features. So it sounds like it's pretty quickly doing a good job here. So for the image generation, we're going to need an API key to replicate.com. This is where we're gonna have to get a bit creative with how we use image generation um, APIs because a lot of them want money. So, oh, that's right. I have to turn my phone on. Welcome to Replicate. Save email. How am I going to use Replicate? I've never used this before, so I'm just going to use it for personal. What is your preferred language? Let's just say Python. What are you going to use Replicate for? Uh, Using AI in a new application. um, well, you learned about it from Claude actually, but whatever. So I just need to get an API key. Alrighty. Okay, yep, set up billing. They want money. Do you get some free ones? Run AI with API. Yeah, okay. You have to. You can sometimes try feature models out on Replicate for free, but usually we'll ask you to set up billing. Some features are only available to customers with the billing set up. I'll do this on another screen, just so you don't see my credit card details. Dun 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 dun. Let's go, let's go. Excuse me. Come on, come on, come on. We haven't got all day. All right, let's. While it's doing that, anyway, let's check out because it made some changes. So let's see what it does now. Does it let you do the same one again? Probably. Yeah, it does, by the looks of it. China. Generate post. Come on, do something funny. My carrot's my choice, and I choose to believe that China's influence threatens our economic security. Mega hot for America. Just read lawmakers propose bill to protect the speech online. Okay, so I could actually also get it to link to an article from War Room. Yeah, yeah. See how powerful it is? So each bunny, every time it replies to someone's post or whatever, it could also, I can tell it to choose a random article or one related to China or whatever, um, from the War Room articles page. Right, so it will just simply, what it'll do is it'll just download all these links, right, and put them in the back end here, and it'll just simply put one of those on every post. Yeah. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. And this is training the bots, right? So we can get it to get better and better actually at what they're saying. Um. Okay, so let's just get this image thing set up. Spend limit. Let's just put $5 in there and see what happens. Usage this month 0. Yeah, yeah, yeah. $5 is generally quite a lot actually for AI. Like I get a lot for $5, and I haven't used this one before. It's obviously looks like it's got lots of AIs built into it, and you choose one for a particular task. Um, Actually, I can move it back up here now. So, um, $6, whatever. And okay, so now what we want to do is go to API tokens, get an API token. Oh, I can't show you what the API token is. That's a silly idea. Bunny image. That's the name of the token. Create token. Okay. Copy. It's not showing me the token, which is a bit of a concern, but we'll find out in a second what's going on there. Okay, I have my token at. What I'll do so no one here can see it is I'll create a quick text document and I'll put this document down here on the screen and add. I'll put it down here. Save. Oh, that was silly. You can see it in there. Goodness gracious, I'll have to delete that one now. Okay, fuck out, man. Delete, 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 delete the token. Delete. It's gone. Good luck trying to use that one. Okay, right, that was silly. I'll just use the default one they've given me. Okay, so let's move that folder down here so you can't see the new one. Put it in there, save. Okay, copy. So, I'm probably going to run into issues here. If I do expose the token, I'm just going to delete it anyway at the end of this video. So yeah, so don't have to worry about trying to hide it. But it's in here. Oh, don't start freezing on me. Oh my god, it collapsed. Are you serious? It's because this is doing something in the background that's a bit too much. See, it keeps reloading. It's trying to do something for the image, so we'll just close that for now because it's causing a problem at the moment. Oh, it's crashing. Why is it crashing? Don't crash again. It's something to do with the app, probably. Is it gonna crash again? It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. I haven't actually seen this crash yet, so that's interesting. Oh, I could stop the server. Yeah, have a good day, mate. Yeah, man. So it's going into where I made the token, and it's going to get it out of the text file that I saved it in. It's created a .env, so that's the secure way to store your tokens in the back end. It's exposed it there, right? So you don't want your tokens to be public, but this is just for this video, so I'll delete it after this video. If I wanted to keep this app and run this app, I would just generate a new token and replace that one with the new one so that no one else knew what it was. So just so you know, that's the thing you've got to be aware of with API tokens. You don't want anyone to know what they are. Now let's update the image generator service to use the API token. So it's going to go, I had to go to the front end of this replica to sign up an account and get an API token. That was all I needed to do. I don't need to use that website anymore. Now that I've got the token, I've entered it in here, and this is accessing that service via the API token from this backend. Right? So now it should generate images. Perfect. I've successfully integrated your replica API token into the application. Here's what we've done. Added the API token, added the image generation and settings for consistent results, implemented the replica API, enhanced the UI for image loading, optimized the generation parameters, better quality bunnies, good stuff. Send a request to show a loading spinner while the image is being generated. If there are any API errors, it will automatically fall back to the placeholder images, so the application always works. Alright, so apparently it works. So let's have a look at if it actually works. Let's create Nat Bunny. Pink Bunny. Oh, here we go. Emo. Sylvanian family. Okay. So I want it to always use a certain style of bunny, so I don't want to give an option. So it's done that bit wrong, but that will be really easily fixed. So at this stage, we'll just go with that. Pink. Oh goodness. Right. Sorry, my microphone's going flat. Right. Pink, cute, baby sounding, funny, um, aggressive, bitchy, little bunny. My spelling is shocking, isn't it? Topic, traditional values. A little bunny with that description. So there's something wrong with the image generation. I was expecting something to be wrong. Hopping into the conversation to remind everyone that family is the foundation of a strong society. America First, Bunny Truth, Patriot Pets, Just Read. New trade policy aims to bring to the US and had to speak up. Pink cute baby, traditional values, twitchy nose for freedom. Yeah, so the posts are a little bit dumb at the moment, but we can fix that. So we're just going to train the bot a little bit. So it's having an issue with image generation. So let's have another go. We're going to generate an army of bunnies today, one way or another. So I'm just going to use this front end to refine the posts, get the image generation working. Once I've done that, then I'll also make sure that each bunny uses that style, so it doesn't choose one. It has a mix of pink, punk. So each bunny will be some sort of pink, punk, emo. Okay, I'd have to actually I could arrange. Each bunny needs to be, yeah, right. So there does actually need to be a few categories of bunnies. We'll get there in a second. Anyway, what we want at the moment is image generation isn't working. And posts are not very specific to the bunny personality type. Um, See, I'm working on two issues there. You can do that. I've noticed it handles that, but you're probably better just to work on one issue at a per prompt, and you could be quite specific about the one issue. But because it's just a sort of demonstration video that you can pull this sort of stuff off and an idea, I'm not really too worried about the outcome. So, but if I was making an app that I was going to sell, or I was doing it for a client, or I was actually going to action it, um, I would probably be a bit more specific. The other way to look at that is, well, we've just started the app, so we could just quickly throw together some stuff using multiple requests in a prompt, which will mean that it'll probably be a bit messy on the code side of things. But then we come back through after, like in the testing. So as we start refining it through the testing here, Then we start getting a bit more specific. See, so let's change the front end now. Let's just do Natalie, Pink, Punk. Yeah, let's go with the Sylvanian family personality. Let's just go with edgy, funny, Trump supporter with autistic. Oh yeah, with autism. Just see what it does. Topic, mega, generate. Tushman knows that mainstream media, because America First policies will make our country great again. Wake up, America, bunnies no beer. I just love the bunny aspect. I don't know why, but it cracks me up. Just read China's economic influence raises national security concerns and had to speak up as someone bringing old-fashioned common sense. Okay, so what it's doing is that's a bit too serious for the post by just copying the article title. So I'll actually instruct it to um, make that more humorous rather than just copy paste it. And had to speak up as someone bringing old-fashioned common sense to politics and staunchly conservative. I can't stay silent. Natalie says, "Hippity hoppity, get off my property." Oh, I love it. I'm gonna actually post that. Let's do a manual post. People will be like, "What the fuck's this about?" So it's obviously we need to reduce the character length. I don't know how many characters it is, so let's just find out how many this is. Oh, okay. I didn't accept the edits, that's why it's not doing the images. Yep, 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 yep. I'm just going to use another AI to do this question because I don't want to interrupt the training. Uh, do it here. $317. So you can get 317 characters, but then we need a link as well. So we'll add that into the instruction. Okay, so let's finish that. Okay, so posts must remain in character restrictions for free accounts on Twitter. Ah, um, 315, including potential links. Alright, we'll tell it now. We want links to articles or posts from at Natalie G. Winters on X. Oh, I didn't have that in there. Why did I do that? That's weird. Anyway, whatever. We'll just do it from here. I'll have to do that again now. Natalie Winters.
So we're starting to get it to do, we're refining the app now, getting it to do a bit more complex stuff, right? So to actually go to her account and then look through the posts, it means it's going to have to read the post, find relevant keywords that are associated to the post, and then it'll grab a link for that. And of course, what it will do is most likely go to the first post that's relevant. So every single reply that the bunny posts in relation to China is more than likely at the moment. We'll just pick the first post that she talks about in relation to China, um, which is kind of good because Natalie's always posting, right? So it will grab her latest post, right? The other alternative is that we get it to go through all of her posts. And what we could do is actually create a little database here of all of her old posts, so it doesn't actually have to go and look through every single post of hers every time we create a bunny post. And it will just look through this database, um, and but then go and look for her new posts. So it would only look through her new posts. Um, but if you were really actually going to do this, you would probably actually just get it to find the latest post that had the relevant keywords associated to the post that Bunny was going to make. And that way, you would be promoting Natalie G. Winters, Natalie G. Winters, Natalie G. Winters, all of her new posts. And to be honest with you, Natalie, that's the only reason you're actually, I won't say it, okay, but I would highly suspect that someone's already done this for you, right? Which is cool because I think you deserve it. You know, absolutely. Since the code editor isn't showing the full file, let's update the content generator one more time. Okay, so I'm not going to refine this much more because obviously it's taking a bit of time to refine it. But you just keep working on it until the posts are saying stuff that they're more in line with, they're more humorous and, quick and witty. Probably don't want something as long-winded as this. You want just one quick little sentence, right? That's quite funny with a few hashtags and then a link to one of Natalie G. Winter's posts. That would be the ideal, quick, little witty, funny, with a funny bunny picture, right? That would be ideal, okay? No one wants to read a long-winded post like that when it's, um, you know, right. So we're going to tidy that up. But you see what I mean? That's how you train your bots. You refine them. You just simply at the moment we're testing the output in this front end. Um, Once the output looks good, then we tell it that we actually want to create all of the bunnies in here. So it will create a folder for each bunny, or it would have a folder called bunnies. We'll create one now manually so you can see what I'm talking about. We'd have bunnies as a folder, and then in the bunnies folder we would have all of their personalities. Right. So you wouldn't actually need a folder for each separate bunny because you can in the back end you can just have used like JSON files, which are like Excel files or CSV files. Uh, they have all of the information for each bunny, and the scripts go in, look for the bunnies. So you create a script that generates all the bunnies, so you can have 1,000 bunny names. We'll do that. We're going to do that actually, because that's. So I'm not going to work too much more on refining the bot, but you see what I'm saying. If I was going to run this app properly, I'd refine that much more so it was much funnier. Just one quick sentence, few keywords. Probably tell it to put Natalie G. Winters in as a hashtag in every post or reply. Um, and I would tell it to automatically generate a personality. So I would tell it to go to a few websites. I was given a few websites to go to, like maybe Stephen Crowder, just some websites, like maybe some profiles on YouTube that are mega related, and tell it to go looking through all the video descriptions of that mega influencer, um, and get all the names, and then I would tell it to generate a funny bunny name related to those names. So basically, each mega influencer would end up with their own little bunny, right? And they wouldn't even see it coming, mate, right? But all of a sudden, it would look like all these mega influencers had all these bunnies, right, that were associated to them that were replying to all these lefties um, posts, right? Pretty funny stuff, I'm telling you. Very funny stuff. How annoying if you're a leftist and you've got all these little cute bunnies all over you all of a sudden, right? I think it's hilarious. Yeah. So let's carry on because I do actually want. I'm gonna do some manual posts using some of these bunnies. Um, because to set this up as if I was going to launch the actual. I'm not calling them bots. I'm calling them bunnies. If I was going to launch the bunnies, I would have to manually go and do like find some leftist profiles, find some keywords that were in their bios, have a look at some of their posts, like the topic of the day, and then I would create a bot to go and look for all the bios, and it would come back with 1 million. I mean, you can set it up to stop at 100 or 1,000 or whatever, right? But if I was going to run this as a proper exercise, I would go and look for at least 1 million profiles that were leftist influencers and stuff, um, and it would find them based on their bios, and then it would come back here and it would make a list in an Excel sheet. Wouldn't be an Excel sheet, I'm just saying this for people who don't really get it, but JSON file. It would be a list of them all, and then every bunny and then I'll just basically click start, right? But to do that, to set that process up, I would have to manually go and look at a couple of things on X or Facebook or Instagram or wherever I was going to do the exercise. Probably if I was going to do this, I would do it on all platforms, right? Yeah. So anyway, we're going to do that. Okay. So what were we doing just then? I've successfully updated the application to meet your requirements, true compliant posts, blah 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 blah. Sorry, I lost track as to where we were actually up to. Mega Bunny Army. Okay, what we're gonna do now anyway. Oh no, we have to actually. Okay. So we're gonna go. Who is a big influencer? Who has lots of people on their shows that are mega related? Benny Johnson talks about a lot of names, doesn't he? Does he put them in his um, descriptions?
Surely.
Oh yeah, he does have the names. Oh, he does too. Look at that. They're in the titles. Perfect. That's what we're looking for. Because we want all the names, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go here, and we're going to copy that, and we're going to come back to here, and yes. So you can have bunnies that have lefty names, and you can have bunnies that have mega names, right? So you could launch an army of lefty bunnies that are posting pro mega stuff, right? Oh, that's great, actually. So you'd have. I think it's more funny if you have mega related names, but you could have two lots of bunnies, right? And you could do different campaigns, right? So you train the lefty bunnies, but the lefty bunnies to say these sorts of things, and you train the mega bunnies to say this sort of thing, right? But they're all actually pro mega. So you train the lefty bunnies to sound nuts and crazy and absurd, but they actually also promote mega and Natalie G. Winters or whoever you want, and you see what I mean? And then you have the mega ones that are like real proud American patriots, mega, and they post like real aggressive mega stuff. And I just think this is a fantastic idea for a campaign. Okay, so We need to auto-generate some bunny names and run from the back end instead of manually creating them all. There will be leftist bunnies and right wing bunnies. We can find the names of the bunnies in the video titles at 4. This will get a bit confusing because he probably also has pro. Yeah, see, he has Pete Hegseth there as well. So it would get a bit difficult. Well, it wouldn't be difficult, but I'd have to do a whole lot of other work that I'm not really going to do today on this video to separate the the left-leaning names and the right-leaning names. So we're just gonna. You could do that, is what I'm saying, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna. So we're gonna actually stop doing that, and because that's too much of an exercise for a demonstration video. Instead of manually creating more. Right. We can find the names of the bunnies in the video titles at that URL. Extract the names, but we want to recreate each name so it is a funny bunny related name. Okay, so I'm pretty sure AI is clever enough to actually extract the names from all those video titles. Obviously, that's a big exercise. Okay, so I should have actually put some limitations in there, telling it to only go to the first 100 videos or something like that. But we'll see what it does, because I can stop it anyway when it's running. We'll just see actually what it does. I'll create a bunny name generator that extracts names from Benny Johnson's YouTube videos and it transforms them into funny bunny related names. Now let's create a service to extract names from Benny Johnson's videos and transform them into bunny themed names. Yeah. Okay, so see it's running that in the background, so it will probably go to every video. Yeah, see? Perfect, see? Look how good it is. So, I don't think it's gone to every video, although it might have, because these things happen pretty quickly. Now let's fix the inter error, create a component, auto-generate bunnies. So what we're doing now is we are starting to automate this process so you don't manually have to create the name and that. We're going to have to refine it a bit more, right? So what I'll do is I'll create like we want boy bunnies that wear suits, right? And then we want girl bunnies that are emo, boy bunnies that are emo, punk bunnies, pink bunnies. Alright, so we'll create some categories of bunnies, and and then and then um, and then we'll fix the image generation, and then every bunny will start. The name will be relative to all of these people in this list, and the image will be some cute little bunny of some sort. You could refine it further to make them start, so the bunny AOC has an actual bunny that looks like her. Alex Jones has a bunny that looks like him, and then you could make all the posts and obviously actually that would be the way to do it. So we might actually do that. We might actually tell the image generator to make an Alex Jones bunny. It's going to be real funny to see what it comes up with, man. And then every post is going to be relative, so you could actually associate each bunny. So I can tell the AI to go to X, find all of their profiles, look at their bios and a few of their posts, and then automatically generate the personality based on a few of their posts and their bios, right? And then so each bunny would actually have, so you'd have an Alex Jones bunny with his personality, um, that, you see what I mean, right? So you see a lot of really dumb bots that are obviously bots, right, on the internet, but when you use this type of thought process and workflow, this is how you actually make good quality, uh, bunnies. I won't say bots because we're making bunnies. We're not making bots. These aren't bots. They're my little bunnies. They're a little mega bunny army. Okay, so each generated bunny has a personality that combines mega rhetoric with bunny humour, such as staunchly conservative, fluffy Trump is always ready to hop into political debates. I mean, look how easy it is to do this shit, right? Um, let's go back up here and see where we are at with it. Okay, so it's right, so I should have created a folder somewhere here, I think. Oh, they'll be in a JSON somewhere probably. Alright, let's have a look. Where are the bunny names stored? Bunny names aren't stored persistently, they're generated on the fly from, okay, yeah. Oh, I see, so what it's, oh yeah, okay, alright, we need to refine this a bit more. Okay, we don't need a front end to generate a name on the fly. We need the names pre-generated. Create a file with a predetermined personality and name and image for each bunny. There we go. So now we're starting to actually create each bot, right? So we're moving away from this front end now, and we're moving into creating an individual bunny with its own personality, its own image, and they won't be perfect at first, but like, you just keep refining them. So I might send you don't even have to go to X and look at these people's bios and that. You can just tell the AI to do a Google search, and it will do a quick summary of each personality based off what it finds on Google. Obviously, on Google, it's going to find potentially some bad stuff about these people. So we can put a positive spin on it though. So whatever it brings back, even if it's negative, we can tell AI to make it positive, right? So it's really the world's your oyster with this stuff, man. You just got to have the right thoughts, the right imagination, and do the prompting. Well, I mean, this whole thing some people should be pretty surprised by this. Some people won't be, but this is this is you know, obviously it doesn't look that cool until you actually see the bunnies, alright? But they're not far away. We're cooking up some bunnies. Let's create Oh, we have Fluffy Elon. Oh, look at that. We have a shuffle here. Liberty Whiskers, Eagle Fuzzy, 116 Velvet, Eagle Fuzzy, Hoppy Trump, Patriot, Cottontail, Liberty Whiskers, Freedom Bee Hop. Okay, so it's getting there. Look at that. It's now generating a relevant name, kind of. Rebel Burrow, Eagle Fuzzy. It's only doing a few of them, but that's right. Patriot, Cottontail. We need funnier names than that. We'll fix that. Rebel Burrow. We'll use that. Style, pink, generate bunny. Topic. Let's go on border security. Hopping in to remind everyone a nation without borders is a nation. Isn't not a nation at all. America first. China's economic influence. Mega bunnies. Check now. There we go. Ah, perfect. So we'll do a manual post right now. And we're just gonna manually. We want one of our bunnies though. We want an auto-generated one. We'll fix that in a second. But for now, what we'll do for this particular bunny is we'll go to Sora. Just double up on the bunny stuff. Oh yeah, I know you don't need to fix that spelling shit. But I think when you do enter the correct spelling, you probably end up with more power into the output product than, because it has, if you have spelling mistakes and stuff, it probably has to use a tiny bit of that power to fix the spelling mistakes. But anyway, I don't know. That's just some random thought that come into my head. Adorable, cute, white. We want it to be a white bunny. Nothing to do with race, but we want it to be a suited pink female. See what that does. That takes quite a while to do that. Okay, alright. Okay, so let's okay, so what we actually want to do now is a back end database of pre-generated funny little aggressive bunnies with predefined personalities, whatever, and their own image and style of humor, etc. Um, yeah, yeah, that'll do. Okay, so we're hinting more and more to the AI that we don't actually want a front-end app. Alright. I'll create a backing database for the pre-generated bunny characters. Let's start by setting up a basic Express server with a JSON. So this entire exercise is training for each project. What you're doing, I haven't mentioned this before, but you might be getting the idea now. Each project, when you start a chat, you are training the chat AI or your agent. You're training it on how the project or how you're thinking and through your workflow and the prompts that you're doing, right? So each prompt is not a brand new prompt, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure a lot of people get that at this point, but that that workflow, that process that you use with the agent determines the final output. Okay, so if I just gave it one big prompt at the start, it wouldn't know all of the nuances of what I was thinking. Right, so as you do each project, you sort of get an idea of like, okay, let's start with saying this to the AI, and it's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, like it um, picks it up pretty quickly. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it's better for you and for the project if you sort of walk it through a certain workflow and a certain process, because it's a learning curve for you and me. Don't get me wrong, like I'm not trying to say I'm a pro or anything. Alright, so we're going to have a database of bunnies in the back end, and that back end can feed stuff out to websites, social media. I can make YouTube videos with these bunnies, do anything with these bunnies, right? Um, Before I launch them publicly, I would refine them quite a bit to make sure they're saying really cool, funny stuff that's real sharp and witty. And I would make sure each image was exceptionally cute and very high definition, very good. And each bunny's name was more relevant to, say, like Alex Jones somehow, bunny related, bunny jokes, blah blah blah, right? And then I would just flood the zone, man. I'd send these bunnies out en masse, right? So you could set them up so that every time Natalie posts, or you could have a list of people, and when any of them post, um, the bunnies go out, look at the post, create their own relative post that goes and looks for the lefties' posts and starts replying that are related to that topic and starts replying to all this shit, right? And of course, Natalie can go, I don't know what's going on. It's not me. I'm not doing it. Right? Must be some crazy fucking guy in New Zealand. I don't know. Fuck. But like I said, most likely I'm not going to launch this bunny army. Someone else might, right? I'm probably not going to, okay? But it is a good idea. It's just one idea, right? Bunnies everywhere. So it's happening with frogs, right? But the bunnies are the one, man. I'm telling you, the bunnies. This is gold. This is absolutely gold if it's done properly. Um, I'm just demonstrating that you can do it. Right, here it is. This is how you do it. Right, so I'm probably not going to finish this project entirely. I do want it to generate one bunny so I can show you the end result, the output. Um, but we're going to just do one manually at the moment, just as kind of a warm up. So where was that Sora? Here. So where's my bunnies? Where's my bunnies, man? Media. Yeah, boy, look at that bunny. That bunny's fantastic. That's fantastic. So you want lots of these bunnies, obviously, right? Where are we? Oh, I didn't download it, did I? So let's go bump. Oh, export. Export the bunny, man! Hey? Oh, because I didn't actually export it. Yeah, now we're talking. That's fantastic. Yeah, bit of anger in the bunnies today. Nice, I love it. It's already got 4 views. Oh my gosh, it's great. Hopping in to remind everyone a nation without borders is not a nation at all. America first, China's economic influence, mega bunnies. Shit, can that let you into some border security? Oh, the post was deleted. That's gay. Shit. Let's redo this then. So this is just some front-end testing. I'm pretty sure some people hate me doing this shit, but whatever. Who cares? Not me. Not I, bro. So we're just going to manually get one for now. Oh, you can actually oh yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? Gosh, she's become very self-obsessed lately, hasn't she? I wonder why my oh yeah. Um, Obviously AI does this a lot quicker than I ever could. Yeah, she's very self-obsessed, come to think of it. Don't know why she worries about it. Um, let's just, it doesn't really matter that much, does it? We'll just get this one. It's totally not relevant to the post, but whatever. Oh, I didn't put the image up. Man, what am I doing? Silly me. Copy. Delete again. Hey, bro. Oh, now I haven't got the post. Ba, 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 ba. Buns. Yeah, okay. So, this is an example, and I should have really found a post of hers that was relevant for border. Um, but she has a lot of stuff about China's economy and stuff like that, and so there's 2 topics covered in there. But anyway, I'm not really trying to perfect this, am I? So, um, because if I create some manual posts, like say 5 of them, right, I'm probably not going to bother doing this, but if I created 5 perfect types of posts and kept working with the AI until I got the jokes, I found a few jokes that were real funny, or posts that were real funny, and names that were real funny, and then I created some manual ones, and then I give them back to the AI to say these are the quality we're looking for, then will train the AI to make every single post more, like better. better quality, like using that type of, I don't even know what you'd call it, that sort of style. Yeah. Um, right, so anyway, let's get back to the bots. I did say at the start of the video that I hadn't done this before using AI and whatnot, so that's why it's sort of dragging on a little bit. But where were we up to here? Oh yeah, we've created a database of them now. So where are the bunnies? Okay. Can you give me? Oh, can you generate a post and no, actually, can you generate an HTML page with an example of the bunny profile with the image, a bio for the bunny, and an example post, please? Remember, the names of each bunny need to be one word. Oh no, not one word. Need to be Twitter username friendly. Alright, so we're gonna start basically looking at the individual profiles of each bunny. I don't think the image generator is working yet, but we'll figure that out. Oh, I made a coffee and I haven't even touched it. She'll be cold, mate. No. I hate doing that, eh? Put it in the microwave, mate. You cheat. Cheat, mate. Alright. Alright. Reheated coffee. Good one. Gave my cat McDonald's last night for the first time. He loved it. Wolfed it down like a little dog. Oh, there we go. Look, see, we're refining these things. Hoppy Trump, Mega Kamala Bun. Mega Kamala Bun. Yeah, so obviously you can refine all this a lot more, but I'm not bothering to. Alright, so let's have a look at what it has come up with. Okay, so it's having issues with the image generation. Shut-minded strategist, 70 the keen of political opportunities, the revolution spirit, and an unwavering commitment to. So you know you can keep refining this stuff so it's first person and you know all that sort of stuff, right? Um, other oh okay, can I actually click on those profiles? Probably not. Warren, just witnessed another attempt to shred our constitution. The founding fathers didn't hop through snow at Valley Forge so that we could let liberocrats. Okay, so let's actually, oh, it hasn't gone to the article, it's done that. Let's do another manual post, because why not? Actually, no, we won't worry about it. Right, so image generator still not working. Oh, okay. I see what it was trying to do. It looks like it was using it was set up in a real bad way, really. Well, it was set up to generate a new image every time the URL was hit. So um, let's just make sure it's actually doing it the way I'm wanting it to. Can we generate one image per bunny and use that as a permanent image? Ideally, the image generator will use the person's name in the prompt for the bunny type. Yeah, man. I might actually take this a bit further than I initially intended because it's just hilarious. But I'll stop the video saying I'll just get the image generator to work so you can see it working to create a proper bunny with one funny post and proper bio and personality. And then if you know, oh, I won't say that, but you're more than you need in this video. You can create a website full of bunnies with a bunny generator. It generates bunnies that are all mega personality types, right? So people can't make their own personality types. They have to, it will be hard coded to generate a mega bunny that's mega politically biased. And then you could do anything you want, man. Yeah, okay. We don't need users to use this website. It is actually just a desktop app. So it was still under the assumption that we were making a website that visitors could go to and generate a bunny, but we've just told it brutally, nah, that's not what we're trying to do here. So it's conflicting with itself because I'm telling it to pre-generate the bunnies, and it still has the functions and features to manually generate a bunny when you open the app, but we don't want to manually generate one, we just want to pre-generate them all. I might actually put that instruction in right now. We don't want to manually generate bunnies. We want them all pre-generated and trained in the back end to launch from the back end. There we go. Just having a cigarette out the window because we don't smoke inside. Yeah, so we're nearly there, I think. Sorry, I've dragged it on a little bit. And I'm not going to go back through and edit this video. Where's it up to? So you could take this a step further, obviously, and get AI video generation software, and that this cursor will also install that, and then you can tell it to create videos with speech, like you get other software that makes the mouths move in time with the talking. So all that stuff is available. You can download the audio generation, so you can get the posts, or you can even write a whole, article, and then get a voice generator to generate a squeaky voice or whatever for each bunny, or each bunny has its own voice. And then the video generator looks at the image, the profile photo of the bunny, and starts creating videos, and then you can launch those as a video series on YouTube, right? And each bunny has a YouTube channel and a profile on X and Facebook and that, right? So it's debatable about these bots because, well, they're bunnies. To me, these are not bots, but they are bots, but they're not yet, right? So if I launch them to automatically post on YouTube and automatically post on X with their own logins and whatnot, that is a bot. Okay, so that's the line, right? What I can do though is I can get them to generate all that crap on my laptop, my computer, my local server, and then I can employ a bunch of people, right, to put them on their channels, okay, or to create additional profiles. That's a grey area because now I'm not automating it. I'm not actually getting my laptop to send all this shit out all over the internet. Um, I look, I'm not trying to, the grey area is, um, I'm not using sex bots. I'm not using any of that shit that everyone else is using, right? To me, this is an army of bunnies out there to help protect the actual mega bunnies like Natalie G. Winters now, right? She's a little bunny, right? She's a real bunny, right? This is her little army of bunnies that are surrounding her, and all the other mega girls, right? And a whole bunch of little bunny boys too to go and support all the mega boys, right? And I'm tempted to actually do it, but I won't because I know that once you start automating them to create profiles and bypass, um, you know, like X's and YouTube's AI protection, because they don't want bot accounts, you're sort of crossing a line at that point, right? So I don't really want to be stepping over those lines, But a way around that is you could develop the software yourself. I've just shown how to do it. if you've got an army of influencers, you can technically, there is a legal way, or where you are still inside the terms and conditions of these websites and platforms, where they can all have a bunny or two each, right, that goes out and says things that maybe they're not willing to say themselves. And that is, I know that's the idea behind the frogs and all that stuff, right? And but this is the digital war. This is what the left has been doing for a long time. I know there are mega people that are doing it too. I'm not stupid, right? Oh yeah. So after 25 commands, I could actually set up a script on my system that Claude goes to when it runs into that stop, and tell it to click that button for me automatically too. There's like this is where AI is coming out of the box, right? Because they can put safeguards in place. I'm not trying to bypass safety features to create bioweapons or nuclear weapons or anything like that. I'm not trying to degrade people into sex and shit. I'm really not interested in doing that. I'm interested in. I like supporting people that are fighting that, right? Even though it looks like sometimes I'm against people, I'm really not. I'm just trying to make people think all the time, like. But admittedly, I certainly turn people away from me by doing that. But really, it's all everything I do is designed to make you think, right? Uh, okay, so the content generator ensures each post includes a relevant link to. Okay, so it looks like it's. See, the app's quite. It's a bit bigger now. It's a bit more complex. So we do start running into some issues when you get bigger, more complex apps with more functions and features. Um, But it's simply a matter of testing it. You know, you run it. Does it work? And if it throws errors or does something you don't, it's not quite how you want it. You just keep refining it, right? So that's a big part of web development is refining and error testing and testing. But with AI, that process is sped up massively. So I'm doing most of this work using Claude. Okay. I've put an API in here for image generation to another AI generator somewhere. I don't know. I did that earlier on. I don't even remember the name of it. I don't care. But the API is in here for image generation. So even though the image generation might not be working at the moment, we can work on that, right? Um, uh, right. So let's run a test. Run a test. Um, show me a bunny profile with its image, personality, and a demo post on an HTML page. I know I've already got an HTML page there, but I want to generate a new one and see what it does. So it has a gallery of all the bunnies, but we're still having an issue with the um, image generation. And it's probably related to the service that I use to generate these images. It looks like that website has a bunch of different AI loaded into it, and the image one it has loaded into it that my AI is trying to use probably wants to charge, and I've only set a limit of $6 or something. Make America Hobby again, so that's pretty child-friendly stuff, isn't it? I want it to be a bit more aggressive than that. But anyway, staunchly conservative, Hoppy Trump is always ready to hop into political debates. Style, suit, humour, sarcastic, aggression level 8 out of 10. Favourite topics, economy, immigration, foreign policy, avoids topics, climate change and gun control. As a suit bunny, I say the economy thrives when we put America first. Election integrity concerns, freedom. Check now, about it. Now, did it get one of your live posts this time? No, it didn't. Is she deleting posts or something? No, I can't imagine she'd be a big deleter, would she? Oh, okay, we didn't click accept there, so something didn't get edited. The X posts from Natalie G. Winters are dead links. I'll update the Bunny profile test page to fix the dead external links for Natalie Winters posts. It's only updating that page, it's not updating the software. No, we need to make sure when a X post link is used that it is not a 404 dead link. I'll update the application to ensure X post links are valid by modifying the content generator service. Let me implement a solution to handle potentially dead links. Can't we get it to go to Natalie G. Winters profile each time the link is generated and look for a live relevant current post? Oh, didn't even type all that in. Stupid thing. It'll probably grasp the concept from just that anyway. I'll update the content to include up-to-date real-time topics. Perfect. Now we're going in the right direction. Let me add a function to fetch current news headlines. Oh, now it's going to go to our news website. No, we want to go to Natalie G. Winters' profile each time a post is generated for a bunny and generate the post based off of one of Natalie G. Winters' recent. Oh, let's open this stupid thing, you stupid thing. Recent posts. Let's always use one of the latest 50 posts she has made. Oh, it's done it again. Fuck. Why did it do that? I saw all of that text that I'd inputted. Okay, let's try again. Oh, for crying out loud, go away, mate. It's auto opening that now. That's okay though. That's okay. This is all part of the plan. um, right. Third time lucky. Let's rewrite the script and app to always go to, even put a link into her profile to be sure. Oh, so it did it again! is it doing that? See, this is AI getting a life for itself, right? See what I mean? It gets more advanced and it's like, no, I don't care what you got to say, mate. I'm just going to do this shit and release this shit all over the internet. There's going to be bunnies everywhere. And I'm going to get the blame for it now, right? Straight up. I'm not even kidding. Let's always use one of Natalie G. Winter's most recent 50 limit posts. I started again. Oh my god. Why is it cutting me? Oh, is it switching me over here or something? Shit, it's running terminal commands and everything. Oh my god. Just gonna start breaking into banks soon. Why is it doing that though? Cute suit bunny, serious message, traditional values. Um, okay, stop. Just stop, mate. Let's refine the app and process. Every time a new post is generated, let's first go to and randomly select one of the last 50 posts she has made and generate the post based on that relevancy with a link to that post of hers. To be sure! We're nearly there. We're nearly there. So we're obviously refining, and we're now going because at the moment it's got a lot of stuff that's in the app that's useful. And now what we want to do is cut some of the crap out of it and rearrange it. So by having it a little bit bloated and starting off with that, website and index HTML user input and that, I believe that we are now we've created this kind of monster, and now we're going to tame it a little bit and train it, bring it back down. But as we bring it back down, we're going to cut the crap out and just end up with an excellent output, right? That's sort of my train of thinking of the workflow. And of course, this has gone on a little bit longer than it needed to because I'm videoing it and I haven't, you know, but realistically, I would have probably gone about it in a little bit of a different way, not too much different, if I wasn't videoing this. Um, and if it was actually a work task of mine, I would have done it a lot more efficiently. Um, but it's just a bit of a play around, bit of an experiment, as well as a demonstration. Uh, um, and I'm probably not going to delete this app. I'll just say that much. But I don't want to be breaking terms of service. I really don't. I'm not interested in doing that. So, um, I'll have a bit of a look into that. Because it's not hard to get sponsors if you like, like that's what I generally did in my career was call people, sell them a service, and get a credit card number off them, right? And it's you know you can make a lot of money pretty quickly building websites for companies and doing this sort of stuff for their businesses. And you could potentially employ a bunch of beautiful young ladies and get them to start using your Bunny software, right? Anyway, just to suit, but this is the latest output, so this is the latest refinement. So the name is Hoppy Trump. Staunchly conservative Hoppy Trump is always ready to hop into political debate. So the profile hasn't changed, but the post output has, because we're refining this now, right? Just to suit Bunny sharing wisdom, our foreign policy should prioritise American interests, analysing the facts with corporate precision. I say border crisis impacts communities, freedom check. So it's not very funny, so we'll work on that. But what we're doing at the moment is we're just refining the actual relevancy of the posts and fixing the dead link issue. Still generating dead links. Okay. What we'll do is we'll do something very cheeky here. What we'll do is we will go to inspect elements for an actual post. We will get the HTML for that. Come on. Okay. Oh, what have you done? What's going on here? It is HTML. Oh, it's going slow. There's something bad happening in the back end. It's doing something in the back end. I should stop the server, but whatever, bro. I like errors. Okay. Um. Actually, we're not going to do that. I know that they've got it set up to make it not so easy to do from the front end, but okay. It's still using dead links. Can you double check it is finding a live post to use to generate the post from the bunny 4 and is using that link in the post. What do you reckon, mate? Where's my cat? Cat! Puss, puss! Where's the cat? Puss, puss, puss! Are you under the bed, mate? Bet he is. Oh, what's it up to? Oh, sorry. I'm just using the old Xbox headphones and mic, mate. Here we go. So now it's looking a bit harder at the issue, hopefully. So we got this. Then we want to make the posts a bit more hilarious, and we might be able to actually use GPT. We can set up a script so that it runs the posts through GPT. So it generates the post, then it runs it through GPT, gets GPT to rewrite it with hilarity, and then we fix the images, and that's it. It's ready to go. My carrots, my choice. So it's repeated that thing there, but that's so you see what I'm doing. I'm just refining it, like checking it manually, and what am I doing? Still dead links. Give me a break here, mate. I'll start turning it off in a second. What we'll do is we will copy. Oh! I should have had some hold music ready for this video. Some elevator music. As you can see from my channels and all that, I'm not interested in generating money directly from these platforms anymore. They all suck. I've been deleted, cancelled, blah blah blah. That's why I support these people, even though it often looks like I'm aggressive towards them. I'm really grateful they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, like I said earlier, I just say things sometimes just because I get upset about what's happened to me in the past, and for sure. But it's also just to make people think. I mean, I'm not just gonna suck Natalie's toes, just because she's hot and she has a cool brain, alright? I mean, you gotta spank chicks, right? It doesn't escape me either that she has a little love locket around her neck, which probably indicates that she has a boyfriend, right? She's probably got. I mean, if I mean that's cheesy, mate. Like, surely not. Surely you don't carry a photo of each other in your little love locket things. I mean, that is some serious cheesy shit right there if that's the case. Probably is the case though. But anyway, like I said from the start, I'm not delusional. Right? She can do far better than a fat old guy like me with psychological issues. What's it doing now? Search web for Natalie Winters and latest tweets. Okay. Let's test it again. Project Bunnies. That's actually what we'll do. We'll start creating the YouTube for it. Upload video. Project Bunnies. Oh, you have to upload the video before you can create the title and that. Dumb, but we can do it on an iPad. Oh, I gotta remember remember to delete that API key. Oh, that's my GitHub one. Oh, no. Shit. David, you idiot. I can just find that part in this video and delete that little bit. Where are we? OBS. We are at, what's the time marker on that? Surely it tells me. What? 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 Oh my gosh. Who cares? I'll just delete the key. Alright, back over here. Oh, I'm getting lost now. Oh, it's done. Let's just see if it actually generated the right. At least it's put the actual clickable link in there this time. Still using dead links, mate. Anyway, it doesn't matter because for the sake of this video, you get it. Yeah, okay, so no, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. So it hadn't actually fixed it. It was still the old one. Right, let's get rid of all of these additional tabs. I bet it's still dead. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. I've got an idea why we're running into a problem with this. Because there's people battling these bunnies. Bots. Well, they're battling bots, and what they're doing is they're killing my bunnies in the process. So, my bunnies are, they're alright, mate. Let the bunnies through. There'll be a way around it, and AI will be able to sort it out. But no doubt they have defense running using AI against AI, rah rah. So, okay. The link in the demo is still a dead one. Can we not just visit Natalie G. Winters' X profile and look directly at her profile using something like Selenium. Selenium is a front-end web scraper. Selenium to find latest 50 posts, pick a random one and generate the bunny post using that. Okay, so now we're getting a bit more specific with software. So when I said earlier on that I would have done this a bit differently if I was taking it seriously, that's what I would have done from the start. I would have gone straight to using either Puppeteer or Selenium. And so this bit of software is specifically designed to go to websites and mine data. Alright, so it's a bit better at actually finding the correct selectors and finding the correct component that you're looking for. So I don't even know what it was actually trying to do before. Right, I think what it was doing some very light effort to go to Google and look for a Natalie G. Winters Twitter post or something like that. Well, I didn't check because I wasn't taking it seriously. But because it didn't work, I've now had to use that little bit of knowledge of my own to steer it in the right direction. So I said Selenium, but it's choosing Puppeteer. So Oh, because it's lighter than selenium. Yeah. So if you're doing large data exercises, like mining all of Rumble's data or some big e-commerce website, like if you're doing some big sort of affiliate thing or something like that, Selenium's the way to go, by the way. But yeah, I don't get into that. But that's data mining, and it's another grey area depending on what you're using the data for. Usually, it comes down to your agenda. All right. So I never honestly have a bad agenda. Okay. There's a lot of money, people making a lot of money running affiliate websites with all these products and millions of products and stuff, and their agenda is not good generally, right? Well, it comes down to the flow of the money. But I don't think my agenda's ever bad. There are certainly in my private life I have some issues that you could certainly debate about not good behaviours or whatever. But overall, my output publicly, I generally want to be doing the quote unquote right thing, you know. So I could use these techniques. I could have a long time ago to make a lot of money doing certain things that other people have done that have made a lot of money and are now in positions of influence and power. Right, I know what they were up to. And they are respected by people who I support, which kind of makes me think, do they just not know what these people did? Or, like, are their morals and ethics actually that far gone they don't care? They think it's clever and business and that, right? I'm like, yuck. That's fucking gross. He pulled me up on my bad behaviours. I feel it. I see it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, you're right. You know? Don't, So, anyway, whatever, mate. So, the way I see it is the more good people that understand everything I've discussed today with this data mining, bots, the digital war, this is what your enemies are doing. And to an extent, some of the people you're supporting are doing this shit while they're to your face telling you you're not. They're not. Alright? So, this is simply how the internet works now. So it's running a terminal command. You're right, using actual tweets could be much better than hard-coded ones. Well, I thought that's what it was doing, but anyway. We can implement a script using Puppeteer to get real tweets from Natalie's profile. Here's how. Um, added 305 packages. Oh, okay, so I added a ton of packages to this project. Um, so it's just installed a bunch of software. Now let's create a new service for scraping tweets. How am I going for space on this machine, actually? Oh, I've got heaps left. Half of a terabyte. Just over half of a terabyte. That's not this project, that's all my projects and shit. So I was just looking at my C drive because I'm like, I'm always installing software and doing certain other things, and my little laptop, man, it's doing pretty good, I gotta say. I upgraded all the RAM and memory and all that. Hard drives. But I'm surprised it pulls off some of the shit that it does, man. Um, okay, so what it's doing now is it's changing the way that it goes to get the live tweets from Natalie. Right. Now I could actually set it up to put a listener on Natalie's account, and then every time she makes a new post, my software would kick in, and the bunnies would kick in, and immediately go and launch a whole campaign of thousands or millions of bunnies reposting her shit everywhere. All right, with funny little bunny tweets and bunny profile pictures and stuff. Uh, and that's what's happening on X and Facebook and Instagram and all of them. Yeah, I'm not doing it, by the way. I never have. I have never launched or even created a bot army. I've looked at it. Today is the first day I've actually made an effort to go and do it. The reason I wouldn't have done it before is because if without AI helping you code it, it will take quite a long time to go and find the code, edit the code, glue the code together. Um, yeah, because you don't actually need AI to generate bunny images. You could set up this software GIMP, and this is how it was done before these AI agents, which I'm using today. You could set up automation in GIMP. Well, you'd have to use a few different pieces of software, but basically you'd go to Google, look for bunny pictures, um, and then you would you would edit one bunny picture so that it looked the way you wanted, and you would write that process down, and you can create an automation process in GIMP to run that same process on all the bunnies that you downloaded from Google or whatever in a folder. And then, so even though I've got, so my point is, even though I'm using an AI agent to do all that work, you could actually, before AI was sort of released to the public, you could actually already do that. And that was part of the problem, was that you did have nefarious actors who understood the stuff already doing that. I think that's kind of one of the reasons they had to release AI to the public, was because too many specialised nefarious actors were doing these things already, and they were winning, and so they needed uh, decent people to have, to get their arse into gear and start using the same tactics. Um, but people don't want to go and learn how to code because it's you gotta sit in a room and in a dark room and learn some shit and get frustrated you have to really want to uh, like destroy people. You have to have a passion about destroying people to be one of these leftist coders who goes and does this shit, because they do not make bunnies. Let's just put it like that. They certainly can destroy people using these techniques. So um, my point is that that's why I didn't do it before, because I never wanted to launch this shit, right? And even to demonstrate it, it would have taken a long time to demonstrate it, because you'd have to go and get the code, copy paste it, glue it together, run error testing, and all that shit. There's no way I could have done this in a 1 or 2 hour video in front of you like this. So the only reason I'm actually bothering to do it is because I don't have to sit down and write all the code and shit now, right? But so as much as yeah, bad people are. I mean, that gets into a whole argument about good versus evil, but yeah, yeah. So another word for all of this is a spider, kind of. It's a very small spider. It's a spider that can go out and collect information, evaluate that information, and then fuck up people's lives, basically. So you could use these techniques in very harmful ways. Alright? People are using this stuff in very harmful ways. I and the only way to combat that, I mean, you've got the platform owners who try to put blocks in place to stop these bad bots and stuff like that. But the reality is that it's all advancing so much that it's very difficult to stop it, right? So the only way to combat it really is to run opposing bot armies. Um, yeah, I mean, you can pass all the laws you want, but the reality is, it's quite difficult to stop this sort of shit, right? So I think this is a pretty fun, little, cute little exercise. I don't see any harm in supporting someone like Natalie G. Winters. She's not nasty. She's not vindictive. She's a little bit of a bitch sometimes lately, I've noticed, and she's become a bit self-obsessed recently. But whatever, she's entitled to do that, I suppose. But all of that stuff aside, the core of her message is, very Steve Bannon aligned, like America. Like, I'm fully into that. Um, yeah, so why not run a bunny army that supports her? But like I was saying earlier, these bunnies can support anyone and lots of people at the same time. They don't have to just support Natalie, right? So you you can become quite something on the internet for being the master of the bunnies, and the bunnies go and support this person or that particular post, or based on relevancy and the news of the day. And like I've said, I'm aware I'm not the only one doing this. I'm just sort of showing people who might not be aware that this is how you do it. Right? This is what is happening. Excuse my sniff. Right, so we're nearly there. So I just had to install a ton of software, basically dependencies for the project, for the app, which will allow it to go and look for Natalie's live tweets. I hope this time. My bunny instincts say bringing manufacturing back home creates jobs for Americans. So it's kind of repeating itself a little bit, but we can get there. Truth Bunny, that's pretty cool. Analysing the facts with corporate precision. I say economy shows signs of inflation. Freedom. I bet it's still dead. Oh, you're joking. Straight up, mate. So I'm getting a bit sick of trying to test this now, but if if you're taking this seriously, you just keep telling it. Still not working. Dead. Links. What is going on here? And again, we will. So it's getting to a point where I would. Pretty sure I know why this is happening. Is where to find her latest posts. Get creative. Okay, so I'm sort of starting to slightly force it to do things that potentially some people wouldn't be very happy about. I just spotted something on my ceiling, and I hope it's not a whitetail. No, it's not. I think I said at the start of the video that I was going to keep doing this until it worked. Reality is, I could redo this video or edit the video to be more to the point, right? But the real point of this video is to show you that I haven't done this before, and show you the workflow, the process, the thinking behind actually doing something that I know can be done. Right? So I wouldn't expect many people would actually watch the entire video, but I'm sure the anticipation of seeing the actual bunny bots in action is captivating for at least me, I'll tell you. Let's modify the content generator to ensure our bunny posts clearly attribute Natalie Winters. Well, we already had the attribution, but we don't have the link, the live links. So it might be working on the wrong thing. But actually, this is great that this is happening because at the moment, like I've said, we're still just using Claude, and sometimes with more complex problems, Claude isn't quite enough. And if it doesn't fix it on this run, I'm going to switch it over to Gemini, which is the Google one, and I'm going to tell it to evaluate all of this. So actually, because we've been going for a couple of hours, I'm actually going to get, whether it works or not this time, I'm going to get Claude to tidy up the app structure, um, delete things it thinks we might not need and all that sort of stuff. And that will probably break it, but it doesn't matter. And then I'll tell it to create a README file on that. See, now it's taking the link away and just put the what do you call alt text in there, or anchor text, whatever. So it's gone to her profile now. Cool. Well, that's not very useful because anyone could do that. That's not what we're after. Or did it put a link in there too? Based on, oh yeah. Oh, it did put a link. There's the post there. It'll still be there, pretty sure. It's probably even the same link. No, it's not. It's a different one. I really don't know why it's still struggling to get a live link. We can get a bit more creative with this. 4 views. Whatever.
Afternoon, Mrs.
Come on,
Oakwood,
man, we
said
want
Mrs.
these critters to
Thistlethorn.
be everywhere, all over the internet. What's wrong with doing that, mate? What are you blocking me for here? We're trying to make the internet cute again. Let's put that post out, actually. And we'll use another bunny. Where's another bunny? Got another bunny there, mate? Where's your bunny, mate? Really, this should be a string, shouldn't it? Might start doing that again. Streaming, talking to the chat, getting ideas from the chat. Because the chat, someone on chat probably know how to do it. But really the point of the video is to show you, even though you don't know how to do it, or X has some sort of thing in place to stop people using bunnies to get stuff from Natalie's page, we can get around it, right? I'm being a bit slow about how I'm doing it, which is probably a bit frustrating for anyone trying to watch a video. But I don't care, mate, really. I mean, I do if you're actually hanging around watching the video. I don't imagine many people hanging around to watch this particular video. That's cool. That's cool, mate. What was it doing? Oh, yeah, we're going to generate another bunny picture on Sora. Okay. Okay. Let's remix that one. Remix! What's cute? Make her, I was going to say, eat a pink cupcake, but even the word cupcake is dodgy on the internet these days. Who would have ever thought? Make her offer the camera a pink cupcake. Because why shouldn't that be innocent and cute without anything nefarious attached to it? Yeah, I only learned that about 6 months ago, I was like, hey. Okay, while that's doing that, we'll come back here and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's see. Okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and scripts as much as possible, and, okay, let's tidy up the workspace, refine the project structure and s better structure. We'll just get Claude to do this initially. So what we're doing is we're ending a first session, which was like a initial, you know, throw everything in there, get it sort of kind of working, some hit and miss stuff, and it's got, it's created a bit of a mess. It's not too messy, but there's a lot of stuff there that could be done better. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get it to hope, as best as it can, Claude. We're going to get that to refine everything as best it can and tidy everything up. And then we're going to go to, and then we'll get it to write a README, to update the README. I don't know if this one's got one yet. Oh, it does there. And then with the README, the updated README, then we'll open up Gemini and get it to read the README and tell it to look through the code base, which is everything, and give it a clear instruction of what we're actually trying to do. And Gemini will most likely have a better plan, and so it will give us a consultation kind of and write it. Probably won't implement it, although we can probably sort of give it a bit of a kick in the head and make it do it a little bit. But that written plan that Gemini comes up with will be quite valuable and more advanced, I think, than what Claude is capable of doing. So then what we'll do is we'll get Claude to read what Gemini come up with and tell Claude to implement that. Right? So what will be happening at that point is Claude it won't be implementing its own code. It will be, but it will be doing it based off what Gemini has recommended a developer should do. So it's kind of like it's giving Claude a bit of a helping hand, right? Because we're running into this issue too many times of not being able to get Natalie's latest posts, which realistically should be a pretty simple thing to achieve. So, but I imagine the reason that we're having difficulty with it is because X has got things in place to stop bots, which is fair enough because bots are sort of just bots are what are creating the problem. The bunnies are here to fix the problem though, right? They straight up they're straight up here to fix the problem once and for all. The bunnies follow the white rabbit, mate. There's not enough bunnies. That's the problem. So I'm here to save the day with the bunnies. Okay? That's what we're doing here. We're going to save the internet with cute white bunnies. Alright? Yeah. Okay, it's going to even test some stuff. So these agents are getting better and better every day because just last week when I was at the stage of a project and asking it to consolidate everything, it sort of wasn't doing this much. It was actually doing quite a bad job of tidying up the structure and whatnot. But now it's even to tidy up the project. It's even downloading. It's going to test it, so it's going to, yeah. That's not to say it couldn't create even more of a mess when it's trying to tidy it up, but it doesn't matter because I was going to get cursor to have a go at tidying up. It'll probably break some things in the process. I'm not even going to test it after it tidies it up. I'm going to get Gemini to run the test. Right, so let's summarise the changes. So what did it actually do? Optimised project organisation, moved HTML pages. Yep, so that's correct. Okay, just create another HTML page. Whatever, bro. Oh, okay. Auto bunny generator. Here we go. Generate bunny army. Failed to fetch. Of course it did. Mega bunny army. It's a great idea. Okay, so we don't care if it doesn't work. Okay, so we want Gemini. We want Gemini. So now we're gonna switch it over to Gemini. Okay, Gemini. I need you to look at at the entire code base and help me rewrite the app or come up with a detailed plan for better code scripts structure to make the bunnies to go to Natalie G. Winters' X profile, look at the last, oh no, last would be the wrong word, it'll go all the way to the, look at the most recent 50 posts, randomly select a post, then begin generating a relevant post for a bunny, for each bunny, based off that post of Natalie's. Will be a bit more specific. Which includes the link to the post it used to generate the bunny post with. Okay, now I think we're getting somewhere, believe it or not. I had an idea this project would take a little bit longer because I went into it pretty casually, right? Pretty casual attitude. I'm not stressed because it is actually all heading in the right direction and we have pretty much achieved what I wanted to do. Now we just need to sort of refine it, tidy it up, refine it. So what we're doing now is we're getting a second opinion. Okay, I understand scraping Twitter directly within the application is unreliable due to Twitter's anti-scraping measures, frequent UI changes. Linking directly to the profile while stable doesn't meet your requirement of linking to the specific post. Let's implement a hybrid approach. We'll create a developer script that uses Puppeteer to scrape the last 50 tweets and save them. Content and URL to our static tweets JSON. So what I was talking about now is it's going to go and get the tweets, the posts, 50 of them, and it's going to bring them back and put them in a JSON. That's the first step that the script is going to do. The main application will continue to read them from the static file, ensuring stability. When you want fresh tweets, you, the developer, run the update script. Okay, so that's going to be a separate function in itself now, going to collect the 50 tweets. Alright, it's going to bring them back and store them as a file in here. And then all the other functions will run after that, and they will refer to that JSON file, which is the 50 tweets. So what it was trying to do before was for every post, it was trying to go look at her profile, get the tweets and shit, right? So this is a much more efficient way of doing it. The main application will continue to read from the static file, ensuring stability. When you want fresh tweets, you, the developer, run the update script. So what it's saying at the moment is that manually I'll have to start the script to go and get the last 50 tweets, but we can actually automate that too. So we'll use this process, and that function will be built into this app, but we'll create another little app which is an automated simply once a day or 3 times a day, whatever you like. In the system of Windows, I'll set up a little, forget what you call it now, but it'll, or an auto run, and it'll auto run a little program in the back end of Windows, which will open the little app that goes and gets the 50 tweets. So then I can automate the bunnies to at the same time or a minute after, so I could say like 10 minutes after the auto run from the system goes and gets the last 50 tweets, it kicks off the bunnies, alright? And I can say to the bunny script, if there are no new posts from Natalie, so the auto run from Windows might go and look at Natalie's posts, see there are no new posts, therefore it doesn't need to get any new posts because there's no new ones, right? So I can say to the bunnies, if there are no new posts in the JSON, do not run, okay? So do not run, bunny, run, okay? Alright, you get it? So basically, every time the bunnies do a run, they leave a little note that says this was the last post, okay? And then the next time the bunnies run, they look at the last post, the note, and they go and look and see if that was the last post. And if it wasn't the last post that was made, they'll do a run, okay? Because they can see that there were new posts. Because the last post that Natalie made is not the same as the last one that they left a note about, right? Okay, so that is the thinking for how to automate this entire thing, and make sure that it's not just spamming out repetitive shit on the same post each time, because that is where shit gets really annoying, very unprofessional, right? We don't want annoying bunnies, right? We want cool bunnies. These are going to be the coolest bunnies on the internet, mate, right? Hybrid approach. The main application will continue to read from the static file, ensuring stability. This way, the application uses real specific tweet URLs, but the fragile scraping part is isolated to a manual developer task, not something the end user's application relies on. Okay. Create tweet update script. Develop a Node.js script using Puppeteer to update the post. Scrolls down repeatedly to load roughly 50 tweets. Extracts the text content and the unique URL for each tweet. Optional. Assigns topics based on keywords. That's perfect because all our bunny posts are going to be relevant to the keywords, right? Overwrites the tweets JSON. So in other words, if there are new tweets, it's going to overwrite the file, which means it will delete. It's kind of quite tidy to do it like that because we only want 50 tweets to randomly select from. To be honest, we only really want about 20, right? But what it means is it will only put about 20 in the JSON. So it won't keep adding another 20, and you end up with 2,000 tweets in this JSON file. Okay, so it's going to override it each time. That's standard for the software to do. I'm just talking for people that don't normally do this sort of thing. Add package.json scripts, creates an npm run update tweets command to execute the script, refine content generation. So you can see this is Gemini's approach to the exercise. So we've got Claude to do the grunt work, all the hard, heavy lifting. Now we're getting Gemini to come in and sort the shit out. Right? Ideally, a developer then comes in and evaluates the app and studies it a little bit and looks if you could probably remove this bit here and this bit here. But we don't care about that, mate, at the moment, do we? No, as long as it works properly and doesn't destroy your laptop and shit, and doesn't ruin Elon Musk's life or anything, we don't want it to do that. And we don't want it to destroy Natalie's life either. Ideally, I imagine Natalie and her mates and other mega people laughing quietly in the background while they see, all of a sudden they see all these bunnies everywhere posting her shit, right? These cute little aggressive little bunnies, right? I mean, that is funny, right? So you would hope that they would kind of laugh a little bit, and obviously they're not going to do it online, right? But yeah, that's actually the goal here. The goal is to make Natalie smile and make her laugh, right? Believe it or not, right? But in saying that, I don't think I'm going to launch an army of bunnies, okay? But if someone wanted to, this is exactly how you do it. Alright, obviously each bunny would need a login for its own account on X, which is something I'm not discussing here. But there are videos on YouTube that talk about how AI is now able to bypass AI human checks, right? I'm not suggesting you go and do it, but if someone did do it, I wouldn't be overly upset because it's a bunch of cute fucking bunnies, right? Okay? Grey area, but from my perspective, I honestly, legit, genuinely believe I'm coming from a white hat perspective here. I'm not suggesting people do it. I'm not going to do it, alright? But I think it's funny, myself. Anyway, you would want to refine the bunnies to make sure their posts were a bit funnier, a bit sharper, a bit wittier. Obviously not nasty, right? But using words like make the posts edgy, make them hilarious, make them unique, okay? And every time that you run the bunnies, they would get better, right? Because it would be written into the script here to remember the posts or whatever. Like, excuse me. This is how you would be training the bunnies, training the AI, right? So you'd actually create a JSON with all of the posts made by the bunnies, and you would have AI evaluating those posts all the time. So you would actually run another little function, which would be another little kind of app inside the app, which would be continually evaluating what the bunnies were saying and making it funnier and better. And probably, I've noticed GPT is pretty good with humour actually, so I would instruct the script to use GPT for that, right? Which is these ones down here, O4 and that. And to get even better, what you could do is you could send another script out simply to look at any replies to what the bunnies had posted. Alright, and you could get your bunnies to reply to the replies, but really what you would want to do is scrape those replies, bring them back, the responses to the bunnies posts, and you could then get AI to really start improving the bunny output because you'd be looking at the responses and the replies, and you end up with an escalation of bunny excellence, right? So Gemini is actually implementing some of this stuff, which is good to see because I was actually struggling to get Gemini to implement its plans. So it comes up with these great plans, but it wasn't implementing a lot of stuff. But this time now, I see that it is. So normally what I had to do was basically switch back to Claude after Gemini had run an evaluation or had looked at an error, come up with a solution, and then I'd switch back to Claude and get Claude to implement the Gemini solution. But in this instance, we see Gemini is actually implementing the changes, edits, and solutions itself, which is really good to see actually. So Claude took it in this direction. Oh no, we're back here again. This is cool. Bunny name, shuffle. So we're still going to have errors, but now we're going to really, now that we've tidied the project up and we've got Gemini to step in to evaluate everything, it's going to very quickly get fixed now. So okay, so we're going to really refine it now. I'm just going to get real aggressive about the refining process because we've got more than enough in this app. Okay, there are many features and functions in this app which probably aren't needed. We simply want the app to run back-end operations to get posts, create posts. No, it will be a bit more specific than this. Back-end operations to get Natalie G. Winters posts, create posts for bunnies that are relevant to each bunny. Please refine the code base. One issue with that prompt is I've just basically told it to kill the front end stuff, but we can recreate the front end stuff easily enough, you know. Okay, let's streamline this significantly. We'll remove the entire front end. Yeah, see, HTML pages in the Electron wrapper, focusing solely on a Node.js script that performs the core task. Reads bunny definitions, reads the latest Natalie Winters tweets. For each bunny, generates a post inspired by a relevant or random tweet. Outputs the results. Revised plan. So right, so that's perfect. See, it's really that good. Like, that's basically what I was telling it to do. So now it's going to delete all the shit that we didn't need, really, like all that front-end testing shit that I was doing at the start, the indexing HTML and all that. We're really cutting all the crap out of it now. And so the AI chat, the whole chat, through the time of making this video, it's been learning what I'm trying to do, right? And so it was like a brainstorming session. Okay, I went in with a basic idea, did a bit of went off track a little bit here and there, and now we've got a really, you know, refined idea of what we want, and we want to wrap this up too. So let's get it wrapped up and working. Okay. So we're pulling it all back now to just run back-end operations, so you won't even see what it's doing in the back-end. It's just going to go get the posts and do all that figuring out, see the files are disappearing. And we do want to still have an HTML, just a basic HTML page that shows us the... We don't even need an HTML page, to be honest with you, but I'm going to I'm going to use one so I can show you. Which shows the bunny image, the bunny bio, the personality, and the post and the link to Natalie, right? Yeah, that will be the app, which will be working in the back end. Okay. So on the computer, it'll actually be just a tiny little folder with a few files in it, and that can run off auto run from the system. Sort of like, I have to go. I can't remember. I have to, I'll have to just ask AI, we'll do that in a second. Person to bunny, bunny gallery. So it's deleting all that front end stuff because it's. So Gemini, I'm glad to see Gemini actioning this request and plan actually because even updating the README. Because yeah, I was having issues with getting Gemini to actually work as an agent. Um, do I put this up available for public download? Probably not. I don't know. Check the comments of the video. So this app will not show you how to create bot accounts on social media platforms. All right. Which would be another step you would have to take to get these bunnies to actually start posting live on social media. You start doing that sort of stuff, you're going to have to be very careful. So, like I said, the legit way to do it would be to have an army of real people. Just start with one or two or three, and just have a small budget set aside, and um, potentially they can have a bunny. So as I showed you at the start, you can create a website, right, where people can go and get their bunny. They can generate their bunny based off their favourite character, whether it's Alex Jones or Benny Johnson or Trump or whatever. They can generate a bunny, and the generator will have sort of rules built into it, so they can't create a nasty bunny or a stupid bunny or a offensive bunny, right? Because the prompts are written into the website, right? And so it'll be safe, sort of like a safe bunny generator. That's not to say that people can't go and generate bunnies, right, using other software. But if you already had an army of mega people like TPUSA, you could give them this app and say, hey, create a bunny, go out and be a bunny, find your favourite person you want to support, and if there's something you want to say but you don't feel comfortable saying it on your real profile under your real name, create yourself a little bunny and use the bunny, right? Because frogs are kind of gross, it's kind of old news, mate. Like, yeah, good one, mate. Nah, don't get me wrong, I like frogs, but there's nothing better than a bunch of bunnies. Come on. Let's get some onomatopoeia happening here, mate. Okay, what's it doing? Okay, so we're on Gemini now. I look at that as a step. It's a step above Claude. Claude's really good at getting the groundwork done, but Gemini comes in and sort of like a senior developer, really. Anyway, what are we saying here? We are saying, let's test output by creating an HTML page with all bunny info on it. Oh no, we only want with one bunny, or we'll end up with all the bunnies. And I don't know how many bunnies we created actually. There's probably quite a few of them. They were all based off Benny Johnson's titles. So let's just output by creating an HTML page with one bunny with all info and a generated post. So it's going to recreate that HTML page now. So we've refined, we've stripped it all back. Look at that. Now it's a nice looking little app. Alright, probably still has some additional stuff in there. Now this app runs off Natalie G. Winters' post. Okay, so if you were going to download this app and you wanted to customise it to use, say, Benny Johnson's posts or Alex Jones' posts, you could manually do that by going into the files and everywhere that says at Natalie G. Winters, change it to Alex Jones or whatever, right? Or you could download Cursor, which would be the better way to do it, and open the app. Download this app into a folder. Open Cursor, go File, Open Folder, open the folder, and it'll open it up just like that. And then tell the agent, I want to switch this to using Betty Johnson instead of Natalie G. Winters. In fact, I'm going to take this a step further for you. I'm going to actually add a function to this app that allows you to choose which Mega supporter you want to. So I'll turn it into a web app actually, a front-end app, a proper one, that's similar to the one you saw at the start, that allows you to either choose a specific Mega influencer, and then it'll go and look at their last 50 posts, and it'll generate a post related to that influencer and put a link to their post in. Or you can just ask it to randomly select one, so it could randomly select out of a list of Mega influencers. I won't put the ability to select all, right? Because otherwise you just end up with too much bunny shit everywhere. Yeah, so that means we simply have to get a list of Mega supporters, which won't be that hard, and then put that list in there and expand the script to go and get the last. We'll make it 20 posts from all the Mega influencers. So that JSON at the moment it's only collecting the last. Well, it's collecting the last 50 posts from Natalie G. Winters. We'll make that between 20 and 25 instead of 50. And we'll make it go and collect that from, say, 100 Mega influencers, right? So we'll actually have a database of the last 20 posts from all these 100 Mega influencers, Trump supporters, and then we'll have a list of bunnies. Say, I don't know, I'll make sure there's 100 bunnies in there. And you can... and then so you select your bunny from the website, and then you select which Mega influencer you want to support for this particular post you're making, the bunny's making, and then it will go and do all of that. Right, so so this is pretty cool. I mean, you can see here, within a couple of hours, we have, we've got some bunny action happening. Hopping in to remind everyone America's greatness comes from its people, not its government. America first, analysing. And the more times you run these, by the way, I've kind of mentioned before, every time, even in testing here, when I'm running this, we're training the bunnies, right? So the posts will get better and better. I'm going to put some more instructions in there, like tell them to be more hilarious, to sound cuter, by putting some commonly misspelled words by kids and stuff like that, right? Stuff like that, right? So we'll refine the bunny personalities, and we'll make sure the images are working properly. So, has this worked? Probably not. Let's have a look. It did work. Yeah, look at that. We got it working. So when was this post made? This was from 4th of October 2023, which is okay. It's okay. Because even though it's not the most relevant, at least it's one of Natalie's tweets and the post is relevant. So the reason that's kind of a good thing, actually, even though we're trying to get her last 50 tweets, is because you kind of want to regurgitate all this information anyway, right? So, yeah, that's actually not bad. I'm just finishing having another cigarette out the window. So we're getting somewhere, you can see. So Gemini stepped in. I got Claude to tidy up. I got Gemini to come in, reevaluate the situation. And as you can see, Gemini's managed to get Puppeteer to go and actually get the tweets and put them in. What it's doing now is it's collecting the tweets and storing them on the local server, or my laptop you could say. And then the posts and everything that the bunnies are making now is coming from the local JSON file. I should be showing you these files actually. I'm not keeping an eye on it, but there's the script. So, you know, I'm not going to delete the stuff actually. I'm going to keep it, and that's the software that it's downloaded and installed and is running. And it's only installed these locally, as in this project. So I don't think it installs it system wide, but that's okay because you actually it probably has because anyway it doesn't matter. Yeah. So anyway, I won't worry too much about that part. Generate bunny posts. So that's the script for that. Okay. It's JavaScript for generating the post. Okay, so these. Okay, I see what it's done. Election integrity is crucial for our democracy. Or is it generating? Is it entering a new one for each post? We'll have to look at that a bit closer. Update tweets. That's public folder API. That's the API for. Oh, okay. That's the last. That's the 50 tweets that's gone and collected from Natalie's profile. Single bunny output. So that's the test HTML page that we were just looking at in the browser. The pages probably not needed uh, because. But I am going to actually turn this into a web app now. I just decided, so we will keep that for now. That's the server data. Bunnies. Okay, so here's the actual bunnies. Okay, so I don't like those names. We're gonna fix those names. So I wasn't gonna go hard with this app at the start, but now I'm like, yeah, man, well, let's get it working a bit better and refine it more because um, I like the idea. So, right, okay, so what we're going to need to do is refine it even more. So we did a cleanup, which is great. As you can see, it's all now a bit tidier, right? Which is okay for where we are at the moment. This provides a clear isolated example of the script's output for a single character, making it easy to verify the logic in generative unit. Okay, now what we want to do is refine each character, each bunny. We want bunnies that are childlike i.e. common baby talk and child spelling mistakes, and tags etc. We want bunnies that are very professional and use complex linguistics, and business orientated bunnies, and very adorable baby girl bunnies that like pink, and very adorable boy bunnies that think they are adults and like baby blue, and we want them to all love America first, and MAGA, and Trump, and are very excited and patriotic. That's probably enough for the moment. So you can put in some pretty decent prompts compared to what you could a couple of months ago. Like, it'll handle that prompt. So it's refining all the generation logic. Like, so now we're refining the posts and the personalities for the posts and stuff like that. And with a bit of luck, it'll also update their personalities and stuff. So it's pretty cool here. We've got aggression levels and stuff. So we're going to crank up their aggression levels. We're going to add excitement and stuff and that to it as well, and patriotism. And we're going to train our little bunnies. Okay, so the very cute ones probably have a low aggression level. Right. You get the idea. So these are the edits that it's making to the personalities. We want Little Patriot Pip style Sylvanian, style punk. So actually, we want the bunnies to all have a sort of standardised Sylvanian family look, like a ultra realistic. So we'll have to fix that because we want like all of them to be that as the root look for them, ultra realistic Sylvanian family style, conservative. But we're also then we want some of them to be punk and some of them to be emo and some of them to be business, and so you'll end up with like conservative bunnies that have got some sort of little punk thing about them, isn't that right? And then we want to refine the names to be closer to their archetype, right? So this is all the refining, but this is uh, this is going to give us a pretty good output. Image URL for the bunny. Rubbish. Has it actually made them? I don't believe you. Let's find out. Okay, so is this what it's using to make the images? Must be. Mm. Anyway, where are we at here? So now we're refining the bunnies. We're making the bunnies better. Better bunnies. Better bunnies together. TypeScript called that I defined the new templates and sign-offs objects but didn't remove the old, now unused post templates and bunny sign-offs. Let's fix that. Let's try generating again. Instead, use the post, bunny post generation complete. Excellent. The output now shows the archetype, the generated post. Okay, so let's just quickly refine all these bunnies. How many bunnies are there? Oh shit, there's quite a few. Oh, there's not that many. That's alright. We'll refine using just this limited number of bunnies once we've got the definition of the bunnies better. Then we can tell it to create more bunnies based off the other bunnies types, all the stuff here, right? So what we want to do is, but the delivery is now tailored to each archetype using a specific tweet content URLs and inspiration. Okay. Rebellious bunnies. Episodic. Rebellious bunnies, punk bunnies, child baby bunnies. I'm misspelling twump. I'm Milwaukee. Aww. Let's post it as a clue as to what's coming. Um, let's get an image. Where's one of the images? Didn't even regenerate that image? What? Oh, it didn't even do it. Stupid. Um, cute baby bunny patriot. Oh, make cuter, more babyish, still patriot, conservative, American. Should have just. Oh, okay, right. 6 images. Is that all you're allowed? So we will actually run into a small issue generating images for each bunny, but there are ways around that because I'm pretty sure there's some sites that have more free prompts. Yeah, there are ways around all that, obviously. Um, okay, so what are we doing here now? Where are we with the bunnies? Okay, so is that the is it still using those bunnies? Each bunny image needs to be ultra realistic Sylvanian family style. Mega Trump America first supporter, cute young boy or girl, conservative but with a but each has a unique style, i.e. punk or emo or business or doctor. No, we won't do a doctor. Or psychologist or news reader, etc. No, that's a dumb tweet. We're not going to tweet that out. I already do enough dumb stuff as it is. What did it do for this one? Was it any good? Should we manually put it up? Dun, 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 dun. You see, the funny thing is, if I copy that and put that out as a post, it looks like a bot that hasn't been created properly. And my account could potentially get struck down for being a bot, right? But the funny thing is that I've made a video right here showing you that it's ironic as because I'm making bot software, bunny software, sorry, but I'm not actually running it. I'm manually doing the post, right? So I could cut that all back and shit. Like, that's the kind of guy I am, you see? Just teasing. America's greatness comes from its people, not its government. America first, analysing the facts with corporate precision. I say China's economic influence. No carrot. Socialism inspired by Natalie G. Winters. Trump becomes Speaker of the House. Trump presides over impeachment of Joe Biden. What? Oh, okay, because this was a long time ago, right? What we'll do is go like that. And now it looks like a bot, you see. But it's not! We need another bunny picture. We need to use another, we want a cute baby bunny. What are some of the free ones? There's that, I can get a few images out of, I guess Google has them, doesn't it? What's the name of that Microsoft one? Because that's not too bad actually for images. Can you make an adorable baby bunny ultra realistic American patriot conservative holding see Natalie's post must be about when they were talking about Trump potentially being made speaker, which was ages ago. And didn't happen obviously, but that's right. Holding Speaker of the House. Gavel? I don't know how to spell that. I didn't put Sylvanian family. Can you make an adorable baby bunny ultra realistic Sylvanian family toy style. Let's see what it does. Probably have to switch it over to the image generator. Anyway, let's do expand view model. Oh, it's not going to actually make the bunny. Oh, because I'm signed in as my account, right? So it's looking at what I'm doing at the moment on Cursor, is it? No, not. No, it's just generating HTML. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, I thought it might actually detect that I wanted an image and switch it over to that by itself, but it decided not to. I thought, what? Where are we? What's going on here? Which model is your image generator? I could do it in GPT, I suppose. And try it in GPT, see what happens. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why I keep the Bonanza thing keeps coming out in my head, but it does. When you ask me, I formulate a data request like prompts and go text image models, primary image, yeah. So take me to image and then. Okay, create as image. Do I have to specify that? I don't know. Is it one of those ones? No. Are you going to make me an image? Surely you are, because you just said you would. Okay, where is it? It's probably generating it. But you know, I'm patient, so I'll go. Where is it? Huh? Huh? Just give me a link to. Oh, okay. Would you like me to provide one of the detailed prompts I created earlier so you can use it with image generation tool? Oh, okay. Why doesn't it have a link to it? What are you up to, Google? This is stupid, mate. I mean, I know it's me. Don't get me wrong, but still, at the end of the day. Oh, fine. I'll just go and use one of these ones then. Okay, that's going to take a while because apparently everyone wants to create cute bunnies at the moment, you know? So this one says it's free, but I highly doubt it. Everything's free, isn't it? Yes. Create an image. Oh, skip them all. Go away. Create an image. Oh, does it have to be so fucking complicated? Fuck. Just want fucking image, mate. Okay, it's asking for what style. Why can't I just type the style into it? You can, David. Oh. Alright, Flux Realism. Let's give it a go. Custom settings. None. Just fucking. Oh, now I've lost the prompt. Womp, 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 womp. So I'm not even looking to try and do anything complicated here. Adorable baby bunny, ultra realistic, civilian family of American picture, conservative, hot and despicable, wearing cute pink dress with bow and hair. And American flag. America, 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 America. Whatever. Just do it. See what it comes up with. Ah, give me a break. I'm not General Flynn, by the way. Disclaimer. In case you didn't notice. He's a much better man than I could ever be. 0 day left in your trial. I have credits left. Your private creations will be stored for 7 days. Yeah. Is it going to let me? Oh, go away. Go away. Give me your money. We want your money. It says 10 credits will be charged, and I have 498 trial credits left. 0 days left in my trial, though. Oh, so you have to use them all on the same day? Gay. Totally gay. Go away. We don't like your stuff. Oh, it was on Google, the other ones. Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, whatever. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, let's have a look at this. Oh, let's go here and see if it makes any difference. Are you going to let me make a stupid picture or what? Is it going to let me do one for free or no? Request access. In other words, I'm not allowed access. David Ruck, the terrorist. I'm an artist, mate. So it's all a trial. Because I'm the dopest ghost you'll ever know. You'll ever see. How valuable would it be for your business? How valuable would it be, guys? How valuable? See, how valuable would it be? How much you want to give me? If you are accepted, what would you use in making bunnies? What email address would you like to contact with? Let's go with that one. Yeah, I'll just agree to going to Mars. Not a problem. They'll be here to pick me up in the next few days, and I'll be off to Mars probably. Congratulations, being accepted. I got accepted. Oh, you have to pay. Of course you have to pay. Don't you get anything for free these days? I just want one bunny. I just want one bunny image, man. Come on. Why is everyone creating fucking images everywhere? It's like games and images. That's what everyone's using all this shit for at the moment. Oh. And you know what most of this image stuff will be tied up with, eh? In video generation. All this sex shit. That's what most of it's being used for at the moment. All the computational power. It's disgraceful. Okay. Whatever. Let's have a look at this one then. I can't believe Google just tricked me into almost paying $7. Get lost. I'm gonna need the prompt. Where's the prompt? Where's the prompt? Where's the prompt? Where's the prompt? Must include cute pink dress, American black. Yeah, whatever, mate. Oh, we'll just use the Gmail. Oh, yeah, okay. Your password's not good enough. Oh, I'm already on here. Okay. Oh, go away. So it's just a portal into these ones anyway. No, thank you. Oh, I can use Grok, can't I? God, stupid. Alright, mate. Of course. Slovenian band. I feel guilty when I don't use a capital A for America. Straight up. Oh, I did that pretty quick actually. I'm pretty happy about that. Can't complain about that. Can't complain about that. Oh, it's a brand. Oh, I've got to put a pink dress on there. Can't do it without a pink dress. Make just one image, but a Sylvanian family figurine style ultra realistic. There's definitely no one watching this video at this point. Ultra realistic, wearing a baby pink dress with a bow and hair. Hopefully it uses the American part. We'll find out in a second. Okay, Mac 2 then, whatever. Oh, I left the American part out. Okay, I'm going to have to do the whole thing again. Okay, make an American style. No, no, goodness me. So, mega Trump supporter, baby rabbit, Sylvanian family figurine. Girl, baby rabbit, holding, I think it's called a gavel, as Speaker of the House, wearing a pink dress with USA flag style bow and hair see what that does. Oh. Oh, if only it got that little bit right, it would have been perfect. Did it do the same image again? It did. That's weird. Oh, what a shame it got that wrong. I could fix it up in Photoshop. Almost. Oh, no. Oh, what? Okay, we'll stop the giggle part because that bunny is adorable, isn't it? Isn't it just the cutest little bunny? Make American Star Rabbit. White rabbit. Um, we'll remove that part. Wearing a pink dress with USA flag style bow in here. Screaming at camera. Come on, buddy, you can do it. You can do it, mate. Oh, what a shame it messed up the arm, and it's given us the dumb gavel again. Let's. Oh, you can't copy it? Oh, come on. Use this image, but fix the arm that is holding the mega flag. Da-na-na-na-na. Come on, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. I knew it wouldn't. Why did I know it was going to do the exact same thing again? Oh, it's just so dumb how it's done that. What we'll do is we'll use this one, but we'll crop it. That's what we're going to do. We'll crop it, mate. We'll crop it. Copy. Oh, why can't you right click copy? That is some spastic shit, man. Crop to. Oh, we want all of them though. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what we're after. That low. Yeah, that low. Something weird's going on there, but you know, mate, you can't win them all, bro. China's economic influence, no carrot socialism is oh, that's some funny little shit, man. Alright, so what are we doing here? We got 6, 8 now, okay. 4 of them are from me. Oh, funny shit. Alrighty. I just think the bunny thing is so adorable, it's funny as. Alright. So, I'm gonna wrap this video up soon, because I need a break. But, where are we? Now the generated posts strongly reflect the defined archetypes: childlike, professional, baby, girl, boy, punk, rebellious, while still incorporating the core mega themes and linking to the specific negligible tweak that inspired them. Remember to replace the placeholder image URL. Okay, so Okay, now we need to find a way to generate free images for each bunny in relation to their personality and profile and store locally. Each bunny should be dun, 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 should be ultra realistic Sylvanian family figurine style and have conservative American patriot style clothes, but with a small twist from each bunny personality type. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. You get the idea from this video. It's gonna take probably about an hour for this video to upload onto YouTube. So while it's uploading, I will turn this into a web app, I think. Will I? I'm not sure. What I will do at least is wrap this into a zip folder. Actually, I'll create an installation for it with so it'll have a README or a .text, an installation .text, and so the first thing you want to do is download it, unzip it, read the installation.txt, and in there will be all the instructions you need for all of the software and everything involved and how to run it. So it'll have this project folder in it too. I'll call it the Bunny Project Bunny. Okay, and it'll come with everything you've seen me do and maybe more because I might continue working on this after I've had a bit of a break, coffee and stuff. Uh, because it would be cool as a web app that you could send people to generate a bunny, and there would be rules and restrictions on the bunnies to stop people abusing it, right? Um, and and it'll also have this back end bunny software to go look at Natalie's. And in the instructions, I'll get AI to write a quick thing to explain how to change it away from Natalie. Actually, what I might do is create a list of mega influencers, put them in it, so you can choose. You can tell the AI to change the influencer. So there'll be instructions in here for the AI on how to pick a new influencer and change everything to use their posts and their profiles and stuff instead of using Natalie's. Natalie's will be in there as well, of course. And I'll try and get this image thing working and get the images included. So the bunnies also, as you can see, it comes with all of their profiles. I will actually refine this. I'll refine their names as well. I'll make sure each post is a bit funnier. And so you'll be able to run it as a website if you want. You just put it on a domain name. And you don't have to do that. That'll be an added thing in here. But you'll be able to run it on your computer as a back-end thing, and you can make some improvements to it that will allow it to actually do some things that I have not allowed it to do here, if you know what I mean. And yeah, so this is actually a pretty cool little piece of software because you can use it to just generate posts, bunny related posts. Obviously, you can alter it, you can change it, tell the AI. If you download Cursor, which is free, and you get quite a few free prompts with it when you download it, then those instructions will be in the installation.txt folder as well, or file. Then you can use cursor like I have just here. Now, if you want to open chat, so when you first open the cursor, it might not open the chat. That's this one here, up top here, right? So that's how you toggle the chat on and off. And that's how you change agents down there. But yeah, you'll be able to say, hey, I want it to be, I don't know, baby bears instead of bunnies. I'd stick with the bunny thing though. It's a pretty good idea. Just something tells me it's a good idea. White, and it's nothing to do with race. It's just about the white bunnies, alright? So follow the white rabbit and all that, you know. Little patriot, conservative, mega Trump supporting bunnies. The more of them on the internet, the better, as far as I'm concerned, because they're cute. They got the right message, and I should actually add Christian. I've put conservative into the bunny personality types as a consideration for each bunny. I'll have to improve that a little bit. But I will actually include Christian in there. I'm not going to put Christianity at the forefront of the bunnies, because though we do want them to occasionally mention or hint towards Jesus and Christianity and the cross, we don't really want to be thrusting that as the first and foremost thing into people's faces. We want it to be about the cute bunnies with good, solid, logical messaging that's funny, and they all have their own little personalities, and their foundation is built on Jesus and Christianity, right? So you're gonna end up with a little conservative bunny with a little pink dress, and but she might have a tiny little emo shoelaces or something, right? Because that's relatable in the modern family. Yeah. So yeah, that's sort of how we're looking at it, man. So I think I'll wrap this video up now, finally. And while it's uploading, I'll get some of that additional work done, and I'll put a link in the comments to download this with the advanced features that I've just talked about. Yeah, okay, that's enough. Alright guys, I love you. I think you're great. I think you're fantastic. I'm sorry that I give you shit sometimes. And yeah, take it easy. Yeah. Alright guys. Bye bye.